But to tell me a couple of weeks before Christmas that she's going to close in Ohio and Michigan, not acceptable to me. And she's either going to open fast or somebody else is going to go in. But General Motors is not going to be treated well.
So a day after Trump gave that warning to GM, the automaker now says some of its workers who would have been laid off can transfer to other facilities in other states where the company says nearly 3,000 jobs are available. So, gang, did Trump's tough talk yesterday work?
No, I don't think so, and I'm not sure, and maybe you guys can help me understand how he's not going to treat GM well, except for using them as a punching bag for 2020.
I have one word answer, and that's yes. Of course she moved towards him because she was getting bad press on a daily basis. But I must say there is nothing I like about a president targeting companies because they're doing something in their best interest. Who's next? Who is he going to go after? Is somebody shuts a plant that the president's going to do something? I complain when Obama do it. I am complaining when Trump is doing it.
Yeah. David, and this is your Wall Street Journal editorial. I'm just going to say that this is about as un-Republican as it gets to tell businesses what to do, but not inconsistent. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that the problem with casting a constant dark light on General Motors is that it's like a contagious disease. It keeps on giving other CEOs and CFOs ideas about, maybe I should also get in front of the slowdown and lay off a portion. I've been hearing from a lot of my company contacts that they're hearing from their upper management that they're now looking at layoffs. I wish that he would move the spotlight to another subject.
Well, in defense of the president here, there is no company in America that is more in debt to U.S. taxpayers than GM. They still owe $11 billion. So the fact is that they are caught in this bind that they put themselves in by taking all the money, and so there is some influence by government. Look what Obama did on electric cars.
But it sets a bad precedent, and I go back to the two words, who's next? Everybody has to worry about what the president thinks on a daily basis. It's not supposed to be that way.
And the president has to worry about Ohio, where a lot of those layoffs are happening, because that's a swing state, and he needs
Last word.